lives. So tonight, in what has become a custom, on the eve of Hanukkah, we present you with 7 points of light, reflecting who we are and reflecting the Chag. I must tell you, we've looked for exemplars of excellence throughout our university. I promise you we could have 70 or 700 or 7,000. So I'm not going to present to you the best. I'm presenting to you the best that's representative of all of our children. As I present each story to you, I will ask the recipients to light a symbolic candle on this beautiful menorah that was provided for this occasion by one of our honorary degree recipients, Rabbi and Mrs. Haskell Lookstein. It is from his office and depicts themes of Jewish learning, because that's what our future is dependent on. So, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, 7 points of light of Yeshiva University. I am first pleased to recognize Malka Bromberg. And I'm going to speak at a New York pace because we have to cover a lot, but listen carefully to the words. Dr. Henry Criselli, Yeshiva College alumnus, physicist, and university trustee, together with his Ashes Chayil Bertha, instituted a program of fellowships for undergraduates, pairing them with a faculty member and challenging them to do serious research over the course of at least a full year. So I present to you this evening Malka Bromberg, a young physicist who is a Stern College senior, one of 4 extraordinary Crisell scholars. Malka works with Professor Anatoly Frenkel, a faculty star of our undergraduate faculty from Stern College, and is researching new ways to make hydrogen into a truly viable green alternative for powering cars. Please hurry. Malka, Professor Frenkel describes you as phenomenally motivated. Phenomenon is right. What better example of the Yeshiva University pairing of a great teacher, and a gifted student working to change the world. Malka is not only a woman excelling in the scientific community. For years, she's also shared her love of hiking and music with young children as a camp counselor. I am very proud to recognize her this evening. Malka, come forward with Dr. Frenkel. In an effort to always be avant-garde, this is the Donahue program, part of the program, where Malka's living in fear because we have not rehearsed what questions I was going to ask you. So, Malka, hold the microphone. First of all, Malka, we're going to start with easy questions. Where are you from?
Philadelphia.
Right. For 200 points. What is the best thing about your Stern College experience?
The teachers and the girls in the program.
You can do 2 sentences.
The teachers. Also, the girls in the program.
This is what I have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen.
We may be a small community, but we're a very tight-knit community. There's the teachers and the students very supportive of each other, and I love it.
Professor Frenkel, tell us, please, the importance of this fellowship.
It's hard to overestimate how big changes this fellowship compared to the format of the previous research support that our students had. The main highlight is that within the Crisell scholarship program, students can choose their own project, and they can follow through with it for extended time, not just 2 or 3 months over the summer. And they really, all 4 of them who are participating in this program, 2 from Yeshiva College and 2 from Stern, they lead in the project. And that's the difference between the existing format and the new format, that they have a chance to develop their own interest.
What's in it for you?
Well, more than anything, it's a joy to see my student develop an interest and succeeding in her own pursuits. It's most satisfying.
Malka, share with us your future dreams.
Right now, I'm planning next year to get a fellowship, hopefully, in physics, move on from there to grad school. From there, I'd like to go into academia and do physics all the time, because it's fun.
And serve on the faculty of... It's all resting on this one, Malka. Think about your financial aid package, Malka. Of?
The greatest school in the world.
Which is? Oh, please. Please.
Clearly, Yeshiva University.
All right, thank you very much, Malka. Well, I now ask Professor Frankel and Malka to please light one candle together, symbolizing the illumination that has sustained our people. Either side. Ladies and gentlemen, Malka Bromberg and Professor Anatoly Frankel. And it is now my pleasure to call upon Yofi Jacob as our second point of light. Mumbai has been sadly in the news as a tragic target and as one more assault on humanity and on Jews anywhere and everywhere. But there is another Mumbai story, ladies and gentlemen. Yofi Jacob, a sophomore at Yeshiva University High School for Boys, is a remarkable young man from an equally remarkable family. Legend says that more than a millennium ago, a shipwreck left 7 Jewish couples stranded in India, but they pressed on, determined to live as Jews. Today, their descendants face many of the same challenges, and only a handful of Mumbai's Jewish families are observant. Yofi's father, Levi, is a shochet, caring for the kosher needs of Mumbai. He was the first man to welcome Rabbi Gavriel and Rebbetzin Rivka Holzberg of blessed memory to Mumbai when they arrived at the Chabad Center 5 years ago to help them establish a place for Jews to celebrate Judaism. Yofi came to Yeshiva University High School to be in the company of those who study Torah, to get a first-class education, and to learn the intricacies of the art of kashrut. In being here, he gives the gift of cross-cultural pollination to his classmates as well. And when he completes his studies at Yeshiva College after Yeshiva University High School, Yofi plans to return to Mumbai to help sustain the chain of Jewish destiny in the light and the splendor of Torah. But right now, he's ours to educate, and he's ours to learn from. Yofi, please join me up here. This is yours. Okay. So, I met Yofi because as I was wandering around the high school dormitory on the Wilf campus, because I hadn't been there since I was in high school, this lovely young man approached me, introduced himself to me, as I was wandering through several weeks ago when he was my major sense of Mumbai. That and the fact that our Institute on Public Health from Furkauf and Einstein are working on a memorandum of understanding with the Public Health Service of India, and we're doing programs there. And he introduced himself to me and told me his story, and that's why he's here tonight. So Yofi, are your parents well?
Yeah, Baruch Hashem, they're fine.
You have to speak.
All right, Baruch Hashem, they're fine. Whatever happened was really horrible in Mumbai recently. The terror attacks, all the hotels were attacked, especially Rabbi Gavriel and his wife, whom our family was very close with. We knew them from the very first time they came to India. And whatever happened was almost half an hour from my house. So my family, Baruch Hashem, is good.
Yofi, this was a yes and no question. Do you have other family members in Mumbai?
Yeah, I have my grandparents, my cousins. I've everyone in Mumbai.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have a younger sister, she's like 10 years old.
What have you enjoyed most about being at MTA?
Being an MTA or being in America?
Being an MTA. I don't work for America, and just watch your mouth.
I think being an MTA made me like, this was the first time I ever lived by myself, so it made me more confident in doing things.
Like laundry.
Yes, that's one, and especially, yes, that's true. I mean, and secondly, like, I always was with my parents. They always used to help me with whatever I needed. But coming to MTA, I learned myself how I should work on things, and that I think was great.
You're learning some Torah.
Oh, sure. That was one of the main reasons I came to MTA, Torah Umada.
Why are you going back? Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Please. You can write checks in the candlelight. It's a good thing. Why are you going back to India?
Because Indian Jewish community has been there for years, and my father has been working really hard to help them with being a mashgiach, being a shochet. So I think I want to help him once I'm done with school, college.
Light a candle. You illumine our lives.
Thank you so much.
Please. Next, ladies and gentlemen, wow, huh? Next, ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate two extraordinary programs at the Benjamin N. Cardozo School of Law. Professor Leon Wilds and Peter Markovitz, please rise. We are in large part, ladies and gentlemen, a nation of immigrants. Centuries of immigration have left this country both broadened and strengthened, leading us to contemplate the full meaning of values like justice, compassion, and empathy for neighbors. When Yeshiva University was founded, immigration issues loomed large, and today these issues still concern our nation and our neighborhoods. The Immigration Law Externship, directed by Yeshiva College alumnus, Yeshiva College board member, and Professor Leon Wilds, and Immigration Justice Clinic, directed by Professor Peter Markowitz, are two Cardozo School of Law programs that enable our students to work directly with immigrant clients in need of legal assistance to keep their families together, to avoid deportation, and to hold on to their jobs. Cardozo students, under the guidance of Professor Wiles and Markowitz, are providing an incalculable public service. For many years, Leon Wilds has supervised students placed at organizations like the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, the Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, Legal Aid Society. This year, responding to enormous need, Cardozo added the Immigration Justice Clinic, a year-long intensive program in which students represent indigent clients in the courts. Many of our brightest young law students have a fervor for social justice and human rights, and they see immigration law as one very real way to change our world. Leon Wilds, who's done immigration law for decades, and Peter Markowitz, who's been in the field for just a few years, find themselves together at Cardozo, sharing their own passions, imparting their knowledge, communicating their expertise and their insights to several hundred Cardozo students. Two profound points of light. Gentlemen. Now, full disclosure, when I was a lowly associate dean at Cardozo Law School, one of the things that sustained me was one afternoon each week, Leon Wilds would stop in for about a half hour before he taught his course on immigration law, right after he'd gotten off the phone with John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and would talk to me about Jewish dreams. So, Leon, share, why do you teach at Cardozo?
You know that from our joint experience together, that I had the opportunity of teaching elsewhere. Cardozo students are very special, and the whole school is imbued with values that are very important to all of us. Every student who passes through Cardozo comes out with something very special, which is not available in any other law school.
I promise we didn't rehearse questions or answers. Professor Markowitz, talk a little bit about the clinic, please.
The clinic is a new addition to Cardozo Law School where students have a unique educational opportunity to be representing immigrants facing deportation in both immigration courts but also in federal courts, which is fairly unique for students. And they have the opportunity not only to get the legal skills but also to make a tremendous difference in the individual lives of their clients and in the larger lives of the immigrant community in New York.
You're enjoying yourself?
I couldn't be happier.
Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful point of light, Cardozo Law School and wonderful faculty. Thank you. Would you please light a candle together? Thank you very much. And as our next point of light, I call upon Avi Amsalem. Just stand and look good looking. That's it. How does one selfless act inspire hundreds more? Avi Amsalem, a terrific Yeshiva College student planning a career in dentistry, is co-president with Stern student Rivka Weider of the student-run Medical Ethics Society. This year, the Society put together a powerful and successful conference on end-of-life issues that was attended by hundreds and hundreds of professionals, students, and academics. Avi brings a particular dedication to this project. Last year in Israel at Yeshivat Nativ Aryeh, he registered with the Gift of Life bone marrow donor program. He later was discovered that he, in fact, was a donor, and he went through the complex and exhausting procedure of becoming a bone marrow stem cell donor. Only after the procedure did the full impact of his action take hold. The recipient was not only my match, Avi later said, he was someone's father, brother, uncle, cousin, and neighbor. This life-changing moment led him to fuse his personal experience with the Medical Ethics Society and to spearhead Yeshiva's University's on-campus bone marrow recruitment effort. As a result, 538 new undergraduates were added to the registry, and it was discovered that 8 Yeshiva University students are currently potential life-saving matches. This is what it means at its most profound level when students... When students become activists, Yeshiva University students are taught to take responsibility, and they do it, as Avi has shown, in great ways, every day. Avi, please join me. Hold this.
All right.
Okay, Avi, why did you choose to study at Yeshiva University?
So the truth is that my senior year I was exploring other colleges in Florida with other campuses, and there are many reasons to choose other places, but at the end of the day, if I did want to maintain my commitment to a Jewish lifestyle where a Torah is incorporated to my daily schedule, I felt like, honestly, the only place that could do that is Yeshiva University. So it was no choice after that. I had to go.
Any regrets?
Absolutely not.
Perfect answer. What? Tell me why you and other students get involved in the Medical Ethics Society.
So the students that I work with, that I've been privileged to work with, like Rivka sitting in the back over there.
A shout out to Rivka.
I've never met or been a part of such a highly motivated group of individuals that really seek to just keep on accomplishing and keep on giving back to the community. We take pride in the fact that we know that our accomplishments have surpassed the walls of the university and have been recognized well beyond Yeshiva University and well beyond New York City and all across the country.
Are you engaged?
Not yet.
He's not engaged, ladies and gentlemen. Avi, I invite you to light the menorah symbolizing the illumination that has sustained our people. Avi Amson, ladies and gentlemen. For our next point of light, it's my honor to call upon Rabbi Ari Zatz. Gifted scholar and dedicated mentor, alumnus of Yeshiva College in Reitz, graduate of the Bella and Harry Wexner Kollel Elyon, assistant rabbi at B'nai Yeshurun in Teaneck. This is Rabbi Ari Zatz, whose brilliant scholarship and caring heart reflect the light of Torah on our campuses and on our community. Ari, who majored in psychology at Yeshiva College, is also a fellow of the Dr. Norman Lamb Kollel Lahora and assistant director of the Yeshiva Masmidim Honors Program. This year marked the beginning of a new era in the life of Reitz as we honored Rabbi Zvulun Charlap's transition from his 37-year deanship to become my special advisor on yeshiva affairs. And today's his birthday, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. Not Ari's, Rabbi Charlap's. And it was Ari Zatz, in commemoration of this historic moment, who compiled and edited 2 serious scholarly volumes to mark the occasion. One was the selected writings on Torah by Rabbi Charlap's forebears, many published for the first time, and the other was, for the first time, a collection of writings and thoughts of Rabbi Zvulun Charlap himself. Both add critical new conversations to the sea of Torah scholarship. Rabbi Zatz said, Rabbi Charlap has always been there for me, and it seemed most appropriate to thank him by touching on everyone who is important to him. When our students seek to honor their teachers, we publish works of learning. An act of personal tribute, but we all benefit from that incredible intellectual labor. Rabbi Zatz, as a point of light, please join me. Okay, Rabbi Zatz, how did you come to be at Yeshiva University?
After studying in MTA and then going early admissions to YU and then learning in Israel, it was a natural flow to continue my learning to come to a yeshiva which can both excels in Torah and at the same time a solid college education.
Tell me about your family.
My parents are here, and my wonderful wife and my 3 beautiful children at home, Yaakov, Adina, and Shifra. And we just moved to Teaneck. And anytime that I'm not involved in different programs at Reitz, I'm happy to be playing with them.
Bring them to Reitz and play with them there.
I did that this morning.
Career aspirations, Rabbi Zatz?
Well, for now, as the new appointment, is the assistant to the rabbi in B'nai Yeshurun, so this is my chance to feel out the rabbinate. And so far, so good. If there are any Teaneck people here, if you report back to Rabbi Przansky. There's always Teaneck around. And hopefully to continue in the pulpit and to continue teaching in some way.
Wonderful. Rabbi Zatz, you are our future and you are now. We're honored to have you light a candle representing a point of light. 5 down, 2 to go. It is a great pleasure for me to call upon Dr. Dan Kelly. Dan Kelly is a 2008 graduate of the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. He came to Einstein for our pioneering Global Health Fellowship program, wanting to make a difference. You see a theme, ladies and gentlemen, about this generation? In selecting where to go for his fellowship, he talked to classmate Issa Touré, a Sierra Leonean refugee who said, "My country needs you, you should go there." He did. And he's changed at least hundreds of lives, probably thousands. He founded a national not-for-profit organization, the Global Action Foundation, and built a free clinic with his colleague Dr. Mohammed Bari, providing accessible health care to amputees and anyone else, to all victims of Sierra Leone's devastating violence. He has even helped to secure a governmental apology to the amputees for the indignities they've endured. Dan has said, "This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. My Einstein experiences triggered it all." We're really proud to honor you, Dan, for your ability to combine your medical, political, and humanitarian gifts and give them to a world oh so hungry for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dan Kelly. Albert Einstein College of Medicine, 2008. Where are you from and how did you come to Einstein?
I'm from the Philadelphia suburbs, and during my undergraduate years I worked in a charity care clinic and really wanted to serve the poor. And what better place than the Bronx? Einstein was the perfect place.
Now, I really didn't know that Kelly was a Jewish name, Dan.
I'm trying. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough.
What was particular about Einstein?
Well, Einstein was founded on a mission that really was open to all types of people. I met people like Issa Touré, people from Sierra Leone, and they have such a mission and a culture that they want to make this world a better place, and I wanted to be part of that.
Having seen what you've seen, and you've looked sometimes into the heart of darkness of our civilization, how do you look to the future with hope?
Well, there's so much poverty in the world, but there's also so much that we can do to make a difference, and it's just picking your passion, picking your place where you want to make a difference. I just find this something that I'm very passionate about. I love it.
You have an audience that represents the largest Jewish university in the, certainly outside the state of Israel, but maybe the largest Jewish university, including the state of Israel. What do you want to tell them?
Thank you.
Big build-up for a little finish, Dan. Try again. What do you want to tell this audience, Dan?
This is a change that we can believe in.
We're going to deal with the fierce urgency of now. Go light a candle. Light a candle in the menorah of our menorah, symbolizing the illumination that you bring to this world, and you'll keep bringing to this world. And we're honored to have you as an alumnus of Einstein and of Yeshiva University, sir. Acharon Chaviv. Finally, we honor a young woman whose life has evolved in ways no one could have expected. Sophia Gordon, a student at Stern College for Women, is a Wilf scholar who discovered her true Jewish identity as an adolescent. She will tell us her own inspiring story. I call on Sophia Gordon. You're on, Sophia.
Okay. Vater unser im Himmel, geheiligt werde dein Name, dein Reich komme, dein Wille geschehe. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. I would like to tell you a story of a young, blonde, Aryan-looking girl who repeated this prayer in German in her Protestant religious class every day. By the age of 11, she already believed in supreme power, so she just was starting to think about religious concepts as applications for moral living. She desperately wanted to fit in. She wanted to assimilate to the German society. She wanted to be Protestant. She wanted nobody to know her secret and recognize her as a foreigner. I know all of this because this young, confused girl was me. I immigrated with my younger brother and my mother from Russia to Germany. When we arrived, we stayed at a camp for politically persecuted refugees. While there, I overheard other people talk, and they said that we must be Jewish too. When I asked my mother, she confirmed that we are Jewish, but she told me I should keep this secret for myself. From her, I found out that my family suffered very much because of our Jewishness in the former Soviet Union. My grandfather was in several ghettos in Ukraine. His siblings and his parents were buried alive in a mass grave in front of him. My father was persecuted by the KGB for his Zionistic activities. And when I heard all of that, I understood that being Jewish meant pain and persecution. And therefore, being Jewish made me sad. But after a time, I became curious what Judaism was about. And my Protestant classes made me search for the root of my real background. I also was asking myself what these strange things like a Hanukkah and a shofar, which we had in our home in Russia and we brought it from Russia to Germany, I was always wondering what this meant for us and why we brought it all this way. Unbeknownst to anyone, especially to my mother, I began to attend a local synagogue in Würzburg. Faithfully, the Ronald S. Lauder Foundation seminars were taking place there, and I started to learn a little bit about the Jewish holidays. And I was invited to Munich to a Pesach seminar where I was asked to lead Pesach Seder for over 200 Russian-speaking adults. And I just was overwhelmed by this experience. I decided, Lech Lecha, let's go and learn. And I moved to Frankfurt, where I attended the first midrashah in Germany after the Holocaust, which was led by a Yeshiva University graduate, Rabbi Benjamin Krause. My teachers at the Pesach seminar, as well as my teachers at the seminary in Frankfurt, were Yeshiva students who graduated Stern College, and they decided to take a year off and go to Germany and teach Judaism. And they were my role models of Torah and Madá. From them, I learned Torah. I began step by step to keep mitzvot, Shabbat, and Kashrut. As the Yeshiva University's butterfly effect started to manifest itself in my personal growth, I became an activist in various Jewish organizations across Europe. Moreover, at the Lauder Foundation, I led a women's learning center called Marianne, and I also started a men's group, which was a lot of fun. With God's help and with the help of my Stern College teachers, I have not been seduced by the temptation of assimilation. They established in me a strong desire to understand what binds the world's innermost core together, which is Torah. Therefore, I moved to New York a year ago. I love being at Stern. The opportunity to combine great secular education while studying Jewish subjects is very exciting. Without the Wolf Scholarship, I could not have been here. Thank you very much for this gift and the immeasurable impact it has done on me. So my studies in psychology and marketing, my professional goal will be to uncover the mask we all are wearing in our daily lives and fill up the darkness of anxieties and insecurities in our souls with God's light. I would like to end up my speech by reciting another prayer, which this blonde girl was able to recite in clear Hebrew with her eyes open and a smile on her face at my first Yom Kippur in America at the Yeshiva University campus at the Mount Sinai Synagogue. And this prayer was, Avinu Malkeinu, Haneinu Vayenu, Kein Banu Ma'asim, Aseimanu Tzedakah V'Chesed B'Choshienu. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now the rest of the story. What Sophia didn't tell you Can I first ask Baruch Kirshner to come up here, please, and stand with Sophia? Come. Stand with Sophia. What Sophia didn't tell you is that there's still another chapter to her Yeshiva University evolving story. Through Yeshiva University Connects, a program of the Center for the Jewish Future that provides opportunities for YU students and alumni to meet, she's met and become engaged to Baruch Kirshner. Sophia, take your chatan, light a candle together, and continue to illumine our world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Yeshiva University. There are so many more stories. I get to see them. You should come visit. You should be part of it. Sustain us. Make it work. Make it grow and prosper, to be a light unto the nations, which is our responsibility and our destiny. It's my profound privilege to salute the accomplishments of these extraordinary men and women. I light the 8th candle in recognition of the nearly 7,000 students who study at Yeshiva University. I would have lit the 8th candle. You know, when you get this scripted right, it just works perfectly. I kindle the 8th candle in my heart, as you should in yours. In recognition of the nearly 7,000 students and several thousand faculty and staff who study at Yeshiva University to gain knowledge and inspiration, to illumine a world hungry for their light. Thank you. God bless you. Deserter served.
Thank you, President Joel.